At my graduation party, my parents announced they were getting divorced and fought over who had to keep me. I just stood there holding my diploma, still wearing my cap and gown, watching my mom and dad argue like I wasn't even there. My mom was saying stuff like, well, he never helped with homework anyway. And my dad was like, she's going to college soon, what's the big deal? Meanwhile, my little sister Emma was stress-eating cake in the corner, and my grandma was pretending to be interested in the graduation photos on her phone. The whole thing started because my dad made some comment about how I got my mom's stubborn attitude during his toast. Then my mom snapped back that at least I didn't get his lazy work ethic. Before I knew it, they were full on screaming about whose fault it was that I turned out difficult to handle. My Aunt Karen tried to change the subject by asking about my college plans, but they just used that as another excuse to fight about who was paying for what. I grabbed my graduation money from the gift table and walked straight to my friend Tyler's house. His family was having tacos and watching some random movie on Netflix. When his mom asked why I looked upset, I just said my parents were being weird and she didn't ask any more questions. She just made me a plate and let me crash on their couch that night. For the next week, neither of my parents even called to check on me. I was staying at Tyler's, sleeping on an air mattress in his basement and borrowing his clothes for my summer job at the movie theater. His mom kept asking if I needed anything and making extra sandwiches for lunch. It felt more like home than my actual house had in months. Then one random Tuesday, my phone started blowing up. My mom was texting, "Where are you? Your father and I need to talk to you." And my dad was calling back to back. They'd apparently spent the whole week arguing about who should come get me, and finally my sister Emma told them I wasn't even living there anymore. She said they looked genuinely shocked, like they'd completely forgotten I existed. When I finally went home, they were sitting at the kitchen table with a bunch of papers spread out. Divorce papers, custody agreements, all that stuff. They started talking about schedules and holidays and who I'd spend summers with. I just looked at them and said, you know what? Neither of you has to keep me. I'm 18. I'll figure it out myself. The look on their faces was priceless. Pure panic. My mom started crying and saying she didn't mean it that way. And my dad kept repeating, we never said we didn't want you. But I was already done. I told them Tyler's parents offered to let me stay there until college started, and I was taking them up on it. Here's the crazy part though. 3 months later, my parents called off the divorce. Apparently, losing me made them realize they needed to get their act together. My mom said watching me pack up my room was the wake-up call they needed. They started going to therapy and actually talking instead of just fighting all the time.